I'll tell you what else is humongous. It's a Chennai-Gujarat final. Sunday. There's a big game. It's a big final. And I think almost like justice has been served. Like the two teams on top, the ones who had the most consistent run, the strongest teams this season, they're playing the final only sounds about right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm intrigued to kind of go 48 hours and go, right, what the captain's going to do, because you look at this week, the three big games this week, the team that have got the runs on the board have won every game.
Yeah.
Now, what do Gujarat think? Because Gujarat would have bowled tonight, certainly, and wanted to chase, but they've won by 60 odd by batting first and making maximum use on a perfect pitch to get a big score and almost say to the opposing team, you've got no chance.
Yeah.
Will they do the same on Sunday night, or will they think, oh, we'll just have a chase, we'll stay in it and just chase later on? I loved the idea this week of batting first team, getting the score on the board. Have won three big games.
Yeah.
The old school way of runs on the board has worked this week.
Yeah, and also Gujarat is going to think that last final, same venue, they chased and won. These things, do they play? I mean, you've been in a team management, and you know they won. So do teams think like that? Does that happen?
They do, but it really depends on if they're sitting around and saying that, this year this is what's working for us, it could change.
Yeah.
It really depends on what, and these things are strange things. They'll be sitting around, they'll be discussing it, probably going home, sitting in the hotel, having around the table, and just not around the table, somewhere comfortable and just chatting about it. And somewhere they'll get a feeling of what they want to do. They'll still not call it, but you do get a sense it's never going to be last year was this or this year was this. I think it's more ephemeral than that. It's not something that you decide concretely so early.
Wow. I just think with that bowling attack and with Shubman Gill in great form, I would just bat first.
Yeah.
I really would say, Shubman, you can have the pure wicket.
Yeah.
You go and use it first. You're the player in form.
Yeah.
And with all the bowlers that they have, I mean, you get them a 175. They're going to make it very, very difficult for Chennai to chase it down.
True. Actually, I think this preview is going to be very short. We're going to end up saving 5 minutes because Gujarat will make no changes. Chennai will make no changes. Thank you so much for coming. Good night. They won't.
No, I think Gujarat definitely will not make any changes because this worked. Josh Little coming in, I think, just added a little bit more to the attack.
Yeah.
And think if he had not been there were a couple of crucial overs he bowled at that stage, got a wicket, and I think it's important.
Second ball, was it his first ball or second ball that he got Cameron Green?
Yeah, just rushed him free, kind of try to play the pull shot. But it's a dream because you've got two really good opening partnerships.
Yeah.
You got Gaikwad and Conway have been so consistent at the top for Chennai, and then you've got this combination for Gujarat that, Shubman's clearly the standout, but Sahar's playing a nice role.
Yeah.
He's playing a nice role. He's getting them off to decent starts.
He's done a few quick injections here and there, and that's what matters, right? And when he gets going, he really can maximize that power play. So will they win the toss and look to bat first if they win the toss? For Chennai, on the other hand, I don't think they play Chennai. They play Ahmedabad, whichever surface they play. I really doubt they'll make any changes because they have options with everything. They'll go with the three. I doubt if they'll get a quick bowler in at that time. I don't think they will. They do have Dwayne Pretorius, but they're not getting rid of Moeen Ali or Tikshan.
It's quite an obvious one that there's only 12 got on the plane. The rest stayed in Chennai.
Did they?
No, I saw a lovely picture today, but MS Dhoni sat around all the youngsters in the dugout.
Yeah.
And all the youngsters were sat in the dugout just staring at MS. He was obviously giving them some chat. I don't know what he was talking about, probably just giving him a little bit of an end of season. You've not played, but I'm sure he's given them a massive G up. I love seeing that.
Deepak Chahar told me, it's a bit of a spoiler, the episode's not out, but Deepak Chahar told me, he says when you have all the international players sitting on one table, you have the experienced Indians sitting on one table, and all the youngsters go and sit on one table because they don't know where to sit, so they sit quietly. He says MS will always go and sit on that table. He says he will always sit with the youngsters. And you can see, it's like, they look like sermons. They start becoming like mini concerts after a game, right? It's him standing and there's like youngsters from both teams who are just standing and lapping up every word that he's saying.
Also, he has a sense of when you're cooked and ready. So like this entire season you're waiting for Hunger Gaker. Okay?
Yeah.
And somewhere he feels this is not quite done.
Yeah.
Okay? Next season just wait. Suddenly you'll see Hunger Gaker bowling. He has that sense of how long to hold back a bowler before giving him his head.
think we've heard that about Patiran as well. Like last day he watched him and he said, well, next day he'll be my death bowler.
Well, another picture I saw, MS Dhoni with Patharan and all his family has flown in from Sri Lanka.
Wow.
Yeah, mum, dad, it looked like brother, sister, uncle. There was about 8 of them,
And
all stood
apparently
around.
he told the family that don't worry, I'm going to take care of your son. I'll take care of him. And that was in a big brotherly way. That was not in a mafia way. It was in a big brother kind of way. I'll take care of him. Is they going to play the same team? It's the same team. There's
Same
no
team.
problem here. It's no. Why are we wasting our breath? We've been quite breathless today with the batting display that we've seen with Shubman Gill. We're anyway short of oxygen. Why do any more? We're going to ask Joy and Michael about their players to watch out for. So go for it. Chennai first? Go Chennai. Go Chennai. I'll go first. Rituraj Gaikwad. Yours.
Devon Conway.
Devon Conway.
Where else
Yours.
do you go?
Rockstar,
Ravindra Jadeja.
always.
Always?
The all-rounder. He'll get a run out, he'll get 2 for, and he'll get a 40 off 21.
He's overextending the brief. These things are not asked.
I know.
You know what this is a hostile takeover of my restaurant, Sage and Seer. That's what he's trying to do here.
Sage and Seer.
Sage and Seer, it's a good one. I like it a lot. All right, Gujarat, I'm going with Hardik Pandya.
I was going to do that.
Were you going to do that? We can.
I'll go Rashid Khan. I mean, Shubman Gill, obviously. I'm going to go Rashid
You
Khan.
had to do it. Okay,
In a
then I'll go
final.
Shubman.
Yeah.
Where else does one go?
We've really gone with low-hanging fruit, right? We've gone with their 3 first drafts, actually. Draft 1, 2 and 3 is what we've done.